Hello, this is Anviti. Welcome to the news with NDTV. It's Friday, March 21st, and coming up in today's episode, objections and anger against Allahabad High Court's relief to attempted rape accused. BJP demands investigation in Honeypot allegations in Karnataka. Cops reveal shocking details in Meerut murder case. And Donald Trump's attempt to dismantle Department of Education. Allahabad High Court judge's ruling that trying to disrobe a child, almost taking her away and molesting her breasts, does not amount to attempted rape is being blasted by politicians and members of the legal fraternity. Congress leader Supriya Srinath took to social media to post a video on how the judgment downgraded trial court's rape charges under POCSO and also added that India is unsafe country for little girls. Senior advocate Indira Jaisingh, according to a Hindu report, has sought Supreme Court intervention and requested them to take suo motu cognizance of the matter. Judges have been pulled up for far less, she said. Before turning to more objections and reactions, let us revisit the controversial ruling which opened the floodgates of criticism across social media, news media and political leaders. Justice Manohar Narayan Mishra, while hearing a case where two persons accused of attempted rape of a child, 14-year-old child, had challenged the lower court's verdicts, and the judge said the following. In the present case, the allegation against accused Pawan and Akash is that they grabbed the breasts of the victim and Akash tried to bring down the lower garment or the pajama of the victim, and for that purpose they had broken the string of her lower garments and tried to drag her beneath a culvert. But due to intervention of witnesses, they left the victim and fled away from the place of incident. This fact is not sufficient to draw an inference that the accused persons had determined to commit rape on the victim, as apart from these facts, no other act is attributed to them to further their alleged desire to commit rape on the victim. In short, the judge claimed just because the accused persons snatched the little girl to a secluded location under a bridge, removed her pajama, grabbed her breasts, their intention cannot be proven that it was definitely to commit the crime of rape. He said charges should be related to assault with intent to outrage modesty. The judge concluded that the case did not meet the legal threshold for an attempt to commit rape. The court further remarked the difference between preparation and actual attempt to commit an offense consists chiefly in a greater degree of determination. The judge, in his opinion, could not find proof of that determination or that intention in the culprit's or the accused's mind that he was in fact going to rape the child. Similarly, in 2024, a Rajasthan High Court judgment had decided that removing a girl's underwear, and accused undressing himself in front of the survivor did not amount to attempt to rape. Swati Maliwal, former Delhi Commission for Women Chief and Aam Aadmi Party MP, told NDTV that, quote, "Very unfortunate. I am very shocked at the comments made in the judgment. It is a very shameful scenario. How can the act that was committed by those men not be taken as an act amounting to rape? I don't understand the logic behind this judgment. The Supreme Court needs to step in." Union Minister of Women and Child Development Annapurna Devi today strongly condemned the wrong judgment in her words and urged the Supreme Court to take note of the matter. She warned that such a ruling would send a wrong message to society. Echoing Ms. Devi's sentiments, other women leaders also called for Supreme Court intervention. June Malia, Trinamool Congress MP, told NDTV, "It is quite disgusting the way there is a complete disregard of women by and large in the country, which needs to get over with." A flurry of alleged failed honey trap attempts have allegedly happened to politicians in Karnataka, as revealed by PWD Minister Satish Jarkiholi in the Assembly today. A Karnataka minister targeted in a failed honey trap has revealed that over the past 2 decades, 48 MLAs have fallen victim to similar schemes. K. Rajana, a senior Congress leader with close ties to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, said he had been targeted twice in fact. Public Works Department Minister Satish Jarkiholi also spoke out, stressing that such incidents have been a long-standing issue in the state's politics. Addressing the Legislative Assembly today, Mr. Rajana commented, and I quote, "There is talk that a minister from Tumkuru has been a victim of a honey trap. There are only two of us from Tumkuru. One is me and the other is Home Minister, he continued. This is not a new discussion. There are 48 members who are said to have been victims of this. Many have also taken a stay from High Court. There are such people on both sides, and now my name is also being taken. Mr. Rajana urged the Home Minister to investigate the issue thoroughly and stated he was willing to file a formal complaint. Quote, if needed, I am ready to file a complaint myself. At least we should know who is its director and who is the actor, unquote. In response, State Home Minister G. Parameshwara confirmed that a high-level investigation would be launched. Jarkiholi also provided further details, explaining that while there have been 2 attempts on a minister, neither had succeeded. Quote, it has been happening for the last 20 years. Every party, Congress, BJP, JDS, is a victim. He said, calling for an end to such political tactics. Some people exploit such situations for political gains and it should be stopped. Jarkiholi also referenced similar incidents in previous administrations, pointing out that figures from other parties had also been targeted. Quote, in the earlier governments too, they were victims of honey trapping. Some names were heard, now our people names, which is Congress people's names, are heard. And if it happens in the future too, it would not be surprising. This must end. The BJP seized on the matter with senior leader C.T. Ravi backing Jarkiholi's statement. Quote, Satish Jarkiholi is one of the most senior leaders. He is one of the most prominent leaders. If he has made statement, then it must be true, Ravi said, calling for a thorough investigation. He urged the Chief Minister to form a special team to look into the allegations. The issue first came to light after former BJP Minister V. Sunil Kumar raised it in the Assembly on Wednesday, accusing the Congress government of running a honey trap factory. He demanded that the State Home Department investigate the claims. This follows reports from last week where 2 women were arrested in Tumakuru district for allegedly honey trapping BJP leader Annappa Swamy. Swamy claimed he had been blackmailed with intimate videos after befriending a woman on Facebook. Extramarital affair, addictions, betrayal and murder. The Meerut murder story seems to shock even the investigating officers in some cases. A top police officer overseeing the probe has answered 10 questions after the grisly murder sparked speculation over black magic, Muskan's alcohol addiction, and her alleged aspiration to make it big in Bollywood. Ayush Vikram Singh, Superintendent of Police in Meerut City, said police are still investigating the motive and shared the evidence collected so far. The officer said Muskan and Sahil had confessed to killing Saurabh. They sealed the victim's body in a drum with cement and fled to Himachal Pradesh. When they returned 2 days later, they were taken into custody. They admitted their crime during questioning. The weapon used in the murder has also been recovered, according to police. Muskan and Saurabh had a love marriage in 2016, but their joy was short-lived. Mr. Singh said Saurabh learnt about Muskan's affair way back in 2021. Their landlord had informed him after spotting Muskan and Sahil in an objectionable situation. Quote, during her interrogation, Muskan said that she was in an illicit relationship with Sahil since 2019. Saurabh was aware of this and had filed for divorce in 2021. But his family had convinced him to stay with his wife, unquote, said the SP. Muskan has claimed that Sahil was a liquor addict, which often led to quarrels between them. Sahil was also in a financial crunch and her family used to bear his expenses, including rent, she told the police. Despite all of this, she still maintained her affair with Sahil, now a murder accused. Her family had earlier accused Sahil of getting her addicted to drugs. The police have confirmed that they consumed liquor as frequently as they met, but Muskan claims she used to drink even before she met Sahil. Quote, since 2023, Saurabh worked at a bakery in London. He came back to India on February 24th. The accused tried to kill him on February 25th but could not succeed. They finally executed their plan on March 3rd, Mr. Singh said. Mr. Singh also added that 2 teams have been formed to probe the murder. The police have identified the shops from where they bought the drum and other materials allegedly used in the murder, and the shopkeeper has been questioned. The officer said a police team would be leaving for Shimla soon to collect more evidence. Shimla is the place where Muskan and Sahil apparently had a vacation of sorts after killing Saurabh in the most gruesome way imaginable. Quote, this was a murder carried out after a well-thought-out conspiracy to dispose of the body. They could have planned to get rid of the drum as well. They will be questioned what they were going to do with the drum, unquote. Muskan claimed that Saurabh had rupees 6 lakh in his account, and out of fear that the money could be seized, he had transferred rupees 1 lakh to her account, about 1.5 lakh to his mother's account. The officer said her claims are being verified. They are also checking when Saurabh had gone to London and his activities there. The murder came to light after Muskan and Sahil returned from Shimla. Their landlord sent labourers to vacate the house. When they were asked about the heavy drum, Muskan had said it was full of junk and left for her parents' house. But finding a foul smell, they suspected something amiss and called the police. Muskan then confessed to her mother, who then reported her to the police. US President Donald Trump signed an order Thursday aimed at eliminating the Department of Education, a decades-old goal of American far-right and conservatives, which want individual states to run schools free from the federal or central government control. Surrounded by school children sitting at desks set up in the East Room of the White House, Trump smiled as he held up the order after signing it at a special ceremony. Trump said the order would begin eliminating the Federal Department of Education once and for all. We're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible. It's doing us no good. We're going to return education back to the states where it belongs, he said. The Education Department, created in 1979, cannot be shuttered, however, without the approval of the Congress. But Trump's order will likely have the power to starve it of funds and staff. The move honors one of Trump's campaign promises and is among the most drastic steps yet in the brutal overhaul of the government that Trump is carrying out with the help of billionaire, world's richest man, ex and Tesla and SpaceX owner Elon Musk. The order directs Education Secretary Linda McMahon to take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of Department of Education and return education to authority of states. Democrats and educators have slammed the move. Senate Chuck Schumer called it a tyrannical power grab and one of the most destructive and devastating steps Donald Trump has ever taken. Republican leaders, including Governors Ron DeSantis of Florida and Greg Abbott of Texas, were in the audience for the signing ceremony. Trump has cast the move as necessary to save money and improve educational standards in the United States, claiming they are lagging behind those in Europe and China. Trump's appointment of Linda McMahon, the former CEO of World Wrestling Entertainment, or WWE, to lead the department was widely seen as a sign that its days were actually already numbered. The president said at the signing ceremony that hopefully she will be our last Secretary of Education. McMahon, who moved to half the department's staff after being sworn in earlier this month, told reporters at the White House that Trump wants to get those dollars back to the states without the bureaucracy of Washington. Trump promised on the campaign trail to get rid of the department and devolve its power to U.S. states in much the same way that has been happening with the abortion rights. But the White House said earlier that a rump education department was likely to stay on to deal with critical functions, including loans and some grants of low-income students. That's all for today. You were listening to the news with NDTV, your daily newspaper and TV bulletin wrapped in a compact podcast. If you want to catch up with the day's events in a hurry, do remember to subscribe to the news with NDTV on Apple, Spotify and the NDTV News app. This is your host Anvati, signing off.